We will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank you.
Welcome to These Unprecedented Gays, featuring Joe Granelli and Paul Smith. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and review wherever you stream your podcasts. Check us out on Instagram at tugayspod and email us at tugayspod@yahoo.com. We hope you enjoy.
Things go together well.
Here's the thing, like a turducken, the problem with that is that you can't get it always like fully cooked.
You're right.
I did one once. We did.
No, you did it.
And it's cool because they fillet it. So I mean, when
It gets spatchcocked.
it's spatchcock.
Ha!
Yeah.
Favorite word.
So there's no bones inside, and literally you can cut right down the middle, and it's turkey,
So you just like wrap it?
duck, and chicken, all like layers.
Layers, like an onion, Shrek.
But it didn't hold its shape. And honestly, we cooked a turkey side by side with it because we didn't
Just to
think
be
that
safe.
would be
Yeah,
enough.
that's a smart move.
And the turkey was so much better tasting.
Really?
Than all the other.
Is it like... So they just basically give you like turkey meat?
We had like a butcher do it. No, it's like it is like if you imagine a turkey with no bones, right? And inside of it is a duck, and inside that is a chicken, and they're all so you see the layers, and there's usually like a layer of dressing or stuffing between each one.
Oh, yeah.
And so they just roast it like that, and then you slice right down the middle.
I mean, I think the concept is good, but just like the application...
Not good for people who don't want their food to touch, that's for sure.
I don't mind it touching, but I just feel... I mean, like what you said, Paul, about not having it being cooked all the way, that would be like... It's like a health risk.
Well, and like pie caking is not like the greatest. So like a pie instead of a cake, instead of a cheesecake. I was like, it is really like...
I would
That's a
love to try it
stretch.
one time.
Okay.
That's
You
like...
only need to
I'm
try
going
it
to
one
Costco
time.
on Friday.
That's like
I'm
5-minute
getting
crafts.
cheesecake, a pecan. We already have the pecan pie and the pumpkin.
Well, they're slowly going away.
You have that at home.
We had a Costco-sized pecan and pumpkin pie.
Oh my
There's only a quarter
god.
left.
How much are you guys eating
Well,
of that?
we had some friends
Not
over
very
on
much.
Sunday.
Oh,
so.
okay. 'Cause I
But
was
they
gonna
didn't
say.
eat. They didn't eat a lot of the pie.
No?
I mean, listen, it's the
they
holidays.
gay?
No. Well, yeah, but like,
They don't like pie.
I was like, pumpkin pie is great.
But they also had a pistachio pie.
Ew.
It was unique. And instead of whipped cream, it was Greek yogurt.
Was it raw and vegan?
this like-
Probably.
Turkey or
You know what?
Oh,
You know what it
God.
needed? It needed some honey. I feel like if the pistachios and the Greek yogurt, it needed a little honey
But
to
I'm
cut
like,
through all the flavors, and it would have been fine.
I'm trying really hard to imagine what a pistachio pie looks like.
It's
like,
like
what do
pecan
you
pie,
think?
but pistachios.
No. Did it have that like claggy like?
It wasn't as gooey
Okay,
as
that's
you
what-
would
yeah.
want it. It was more. It
Nutty.
kind of was like, if I were to describe, it'd be more of like a pistachio bread, almost like a banana bread, but in the pie form.
I enjoyed it. I just wanted it to be more sweet. I
Yeah.
wanted something to
like a
cut
drizzle with
through.
honey or something.
Anyway,
Yeah.
was the lack of sweetness intentional? Like they were trying to make it healthy, or
I don't know. I think that it was maybe I don't think they're
Well,
listening
and
to
then also
podcasts.
the honey would have cut through the acidity of the Greek yogurt, because Greek yogurt could be very tart and acidic. So
It was
it's
really
like
tart and acidic,
that would have been a
Yeah.
good one. So, but anyway, I'm speaking of sweet. I'm Paul.
Oh, are we recording?
Yeah.
I thought we were just. I'm Joe. Oh my god! I thought we were just like talking.
And we're these unprecedented gays, but that's what we do. We just talk.
Oh my god! I was like, this is fun. We're just chatting.
We're just chatting.
Oh.
Gonna get
Oh wow!
For
Yeah,
3.5 minutes.
man.
So, how was your week, Joe?
Well, I mean, this is kind of on topic of that. We had 2 Friendsgiving, so we saw you guys at Andrew Davis's Friendsgiving. He's a friend of the pod, and that was really fun because like I was not expecting a full cooked turkey, and there was a full cooked turkey. And your guys' kablanches were amazing.
kolaches.
God bless you.
Oh, can I just tell you, we had leftover filling here, and then like Andy, I was like, Andy, do you have anything like we could put this in? Like, do you have a dough or something like that?
Pasta?
And he's like, no.
Oh.
He had a...
I had some from the apple tart. I had some of the dough left over from that I didn't need, so I made 2 sausage tarts,
and it was delicious.
Are you going to be?
How much extra stuffing did you guys have?
It was like enough for like 2 small tarts.
Oh, the like little ones,
right? Yeah. So it was like, but the sweetness from the pie crust was really good with like the spiciness, fattiness.
Well, and that sausage was, I mean, like the sausage,
It was delicious.
Any sausage meal, right? Yeah, so that was the Friendsgiving that we went to, and then we had a Friendsgiving, like just like a small little get together.
Okay.
And it's funny because me and Nick have never cooked a turkey ever, and I was like, I don't want to try that
Together. In our relationship, we've never cooked a turkey.
But no, Nick. You said you've never cooked a turkey.
I have cooked turkey before. Yes.
Lies, Liza Minnelli. Lies.
I have receipts where he said I have never cooked a turkey. I will show you after the.
I have been in the house that's cooked the turkey.
Well,
it was
regardless.
I will tell you this: the one Thanksgiving that I went over to, there was no turkey.
There was no turkey. Remember that? Oh my god!
Seems like the claim is a little.
Was it? Yeah, 2018.
Well, so
that was a long time ago.
So what I did is I looked online and I was like, there have to be like fully cooked turkeys already, right? So Honey Baked Ham actually has full cooked turkeys, and all you do is you just warm it up.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this is amazing, because I don't want to I don't know how to baste a turkey. I don't know how to do any of the turkey stuff. Also, don't want to cook a turkey for like 6 hours because it's a long time. So I went to the Honey Baked Ham store. This was last week during the week on like a Tuesday or Wednesday, and it is a legit turkey, like shrunk wrap and frozen. And I'm like, so what do I do? They're like, you just heat it up. And I'm like, no shit. And so it was a full turkey, smoked turkey. It was pretty good.
Okay.
So a little holiday hack for you guys out there listening. If you want to not cook a turkey, just go to the Honey Baked Ham store.
Okay.
And I think it was like $70.
Oh.
For like a full cooked turkey. So I was like, you know what? That's not too bad.
Yeah. I mean, your time is worth more than that.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
My time is worth $71. And then the other part of my week is I took a pole dancing class.
Okay.
And so I thought it was just going to be like an introduction class where it's like, here's the pole, here's how you walk around the pole, here's
we're gonna put our hand on the pole.
Right. No, it was a spin pole class.
Get up that pole this is gym.
For real. And it was all of the other attendees, whatever you want to call them, it was me, Matthew, and Katie, and so 2 men, and then the rest were teeny little women, and the instructor was probably the size of this microphone. She was baby size, and she was just spinning around, and I was like, bitch, I cannot do that. So there's moves that you're supposed to do, you put your arm up, and I was like, my arm doesn't go that way.
Yeah.
Because I have shoulder blades. I'm also 3 times your weight.
Yeah.
So it was really fun. I will give it that. I had a really fun time. And I think I would love to do it again just because now I know what to expect. But when you're on that pole, you're spinning quick. The inertia, you pull in and you're really, really spinning.
Well, and it's good. It's a good workout because you have to
I
put
still
in your
sore.
core
Right.
and
My
everything.
forearms were burning. My right calf was the only part of my leg that was sore. I was like, what the fuck is this? But it was a workout. It was a workout.
Life on a pole.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because a while ago, a couple of years ago, our group of friends were following this one guy that lived here in San Diego, but he was he would post on Instagram that he was doing pole dancing.
He was extremely talented.
Really good at it and stuff like that. We used to see him at the bar, but everybody was like, "Oh my god, that's him. He's the one that does pole dancing." I'm like, "Okay, do you want to talk to him? Should we go over and talk?" And no. And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." And so I just walked over and be like, "What's up? How you doing?
Hey, pole dancer."
So we follow you on Instagram. Do you do it for the gram?
Was he really, really hot?
I guess if you like that sort of thing.
How would you describe his looks?
I think you would say he's an average pole dancer, about a 2% body fat. He's about 5'6".
Oh,
lean, strong,
baby, little,
yeah, I mean,
very
who's
short.
Military? Who's in the military? And this was just like a hobby, and he got really good at it.
Yeah,
I mean, I can get on board with that. It's just like the biggest shock to me was like I just like anatomically like there's not a way if you're like taller than I would say like 5'8" to just like bend it that way. It's hard.
Did you wear booty shorts?
I wore running shorts. Well, but so they made you like you take off your shoes. It's like bare feet on the floor, and they had a wall of heels. And I was like, "Do you have a size 16?" They didn't because obviously that's not a conventional size.
That's homophobic.
For real. Because I'm like, I think I'm at, let's see, what is it, add 3, 12, 13, or 15.
Okay.
They didn't, but like, there was another class going on, and they were like experts, and I was like, it's fascinating to watch because they make it look so effortless, and they're like so graceful, and like, you're on there, and you're just like, this is not graceful.
Did you learn how to do where you're all the way up to the top, you're upside down holding, and then you drop really fast, and stop going for the ground?
We did like 3 moves, and it was just like, hold on to the pole and like swing around and like pull your knees up because it's like it's a lot. Like you put like if once you like get on and like you're like swinging around or whatever, the momentum like you are going fast, and so you're kind of like oh shit. And then she was like pick a spot on the room to look at so you don't get dizzy.
Right.
And I was like okay, I never did. And then I would get really dizzy, and I'm like okay, I'm just gonna like take my legs off and like just like stand down, but it was a lot.
Okay,
but it was really really fun, so I would definitely recommend it if you're wanting to do that. I think I'll try maybe another one, but we'll see. Okay. And that was and then today I quote unquote put up the Christmas decorations, but not really. Like I went to put the lights up, and this is like the second or third time this has happened to me where all of the string lights don't work, and like I've done nothing different. I haven't they're not like thrown away or anything like that. But like, I feel like there's some sort of like electromagnetic radiation, something that's going on where like all of the lights don't work because the garland didn't work.
We have a magic tool for that.
We do.
There's this little gun. You plug one of the light sockets into it, and you click it a bunch of times, and it sends like a pulse of energy through it, and it's repairs.
Almost like a defibrillator for your lights.
It's very cool. But when you come back, we'll have it out, and I'll give it to you.
Interesting. Well, I went to Target and I got new lights because they were $7.
Oh, okay.
And then I was kind of like, okay.
The tool to fix them is $71. So.
Hey, it's an investment over the course of your life.
But your time is worth more.
Correct. $71. So that was my week. How was your week?
It was good. Like you said, we did Friendsgiving on Saturday, and then Sunday we went to one of the local restaurants called Inside Out.
Oh yeah,
and we did the Festival of Trees, which is a charity event. People could bid on trees made up by different companies and stuff like that. Like Tito's Vodka did one. Sunny Boy Biscuits down the street did one.
Oh. Did they have biscuits on their trees?
Cute. No. It was called Better with Butter, and so they had a bunch of butter ornaments on it and like eggs and stuff. But I'm like, where's the cake one? Where's the pie one?
Or
where's the biscuits? Because they're Sunny Boy Biscuits. Like, I'm just like, okay. But then somebody had a Dolly Parton one, and it was like super cute. Really because it had big giant disco balls at the breast at the top of the tree. Yeah.
And a wig at the top.
Yeah, like a wig and everything. There was a really cool, they called it Dom Triple Xmas. And it was like a double entendre because they had a Dom Perignon bottle in there. But they also had like a riding crop. And there were these two leather hands that were holding champagne glasses. So it was a really cute...
That was a wreath. That one was a wreath. But people were bidding on these, thousands of dollars.
Really? I was going to ask. So they bid and then they take the tree home?
That or somebody comes and puts it up for you in your house.
Yeah,
that's part of it. Puts it up for you. In you.
Yes. Right up your ass.
But
we did come away with a special.
But like I'm there and first of all, it's a like
set the scene.
They must have like broken all these fire like capacity rules and stuff like that because like it was too busy.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, my anxiety was high, and I was like, okay.
It's just, and Inside Out's, even though it sounds like large, it's a pretty small venue.
Yeah. And then so we found a spot towards the upstairs in the back and stuff like that. So we're like, okay, this is cool. And then Andy's like, I'm gonna go look at the silent auction stuff, and I'm like, okay. So then he comes back after about 15 minutes. He's like, I bid on something, and I'm like, what did you bid on? He's like, do you want to see? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So we go over, and it's a wreath, and it's called
Dick the Halls.
Dick the Halls. And it's a wreath of just like dick-shaped bottle openers.
From Thailand.
Oh, that's what they are.
Yes.
From Thailand. They're like hand-carved.
Hand-painted.
And they're very pretty.
I know.
They're pretty penises.
They're like artsy and very artistic, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, like maybe...
I was drawn to it.
Yeah, there's something called to him.
He was
It
digmatized.
stirred something within him.
And it wasn't gas.
And apparently I was the only one.
Really?
So we
love
got there at 5. We left at like 6:30 or so. We come back home 8 o'clock. Andy gets a text message. You're the winner of your silent auction. So he had to walk back down to there to pick it up.
I mean, thankfully it's not far.
Right.
I showed everybody on the way home. See what I want? See
I was
special
like...
prize? I felt like the guy from Christmas Story. It's my special award. It's important.
Fragile. But I was like, posting about it, I'm like, it's our first decoration of the holiday season.
And is the wreath real or fake?
Fake.
Okay. So this can last.
But we're not
Our lifetime.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave it up and see who notices that it's there.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my god, I love it.
And so we're also getting ready for Thanksgiving. So Andy and I, every year, he puts together a list of prep for the days leading up to the holiday.
So organized.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're recording this the night before Thanksgiving. Obviously,
It was the night before Thanksgiving.
We're in the final throes of prep.
Yes.
So how much left do you have to do?
Very little.
Really?
Yeah, we have to assemble one of the cakes, and tonight we have to caramelize onions. Everything else is ready to go, and then tomorrow we just have to do a few things.
I made a lot of cranberry sauce.
You just cook the turkey tomorrow?
Yeah, the turkey's brining already, so
Okay.
it'll be done. I mean, Paul's got potatoes tomorrow to do.
Well,
I've got stuffing.
And we have to take it out of the brine, pat it down, get it all dry, so that I can put the herb butter that I made underneath the skin and on top of it, so it gets all nice and juicy and herby and delicious.
Yes.
But it's all very calm. Like, it's not crazy frenetic.
Well, and it's about the sides too, for the most of the part, right?
And
Like
he's doing
Thanksgiving's not just about the turkey.
Well, and he's doing, like, I'm doing some of the sides and stuff like that, and he's doing the desserts. So I already made the cranberry sauce and everything, and I already have what I'm going to do for the potato and the Brussels sprouts. So,
ooh, I was going to say, so what's on the menu?
So we have the turkey. Mm-hmm. We have potatoes Romanoff.
What is that?
It's a
Russian.
Yeah.
No, it's like a potato dish from a restaurant in Las Vegas, a steakhouse, that is supposed to be very light and fluffy, like the inside of a baked potato.
Oh.
But outside.
Oh.
Yeah. So we have that. I have
ooh, those two look
I
good.
have I'm doing Brussels sprouts with like a crispy Parmesan top to it, because there's a special way to like cook them and everything.
Okay.
So I'm doing that, and then I'm also doing bacorn.
But what?
Bacorn. So it's like a corn dish with like bacon and everything in it.
Yes.
So it's a cheesy, bacony corn dish in a cast iron skillet. So we have like, and then Andy's doing 2 desserts. He's already made the mixed berry pie, which I love.
Smell.
I think that's so
And
delicious.
then I'm making a
Smells so
Dover
good.
sport.
Yes, and then don't we have some of that Dolce de Leche ice cream left?
Yeah,
we didn't use it.
And we had that too.
You're making a double short for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
No shit. Oh, amazing. Double
That's
shorts
what-
are
that's what all those layers
really
are.
hard to make. All of those layers.
Layers.
It's not a pie cakin or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save room for that. If
Absolutely. You're eating for 2 because I'm not here.
So so we're getting ready for that and everything. So that's our week. You know, it's gonna be great. I think it'll be fun.
And you guys don't have to go anywhere, which is great.
Yeah, and then we always say I'm a fan of leftovers, so I'm very happy to have leftovers for like a week.
Oh yeah. Do you guys do like sandwiches? Like, do you make?
I will
paninis?
toast. We'll get like the bigger, thicker, little bit sandwich bread, and then I'll toast that, and then I'll make like with turkey cranberry sauce and stuffing on the bread.
Oh,
and then my potatoes on the side.
Like the day after Thanksgiving.
You can. Yeah, you can. They have. Have you ever been to Earl of Sandwich?
Yes.
They have a Thanksgiving sandwich where it's the same sort of thing where it's like, I don't know what's in it, but it's so good.
There's one here in San Diego.
Where?
Downtown, but I don't think it's open anymore.
Oh, I wish it were.
I got sandwiches for me and Nick there one day.
Yep, and we went during the pandemic.
Yeah, and then we sat at the park.
Watching the LARPers. Or talking about the LARPers.
Yeah.
I love Earl of Sandwich. Oh my god, I would love to go. Yeah, do we have one here? We'll find out.
Well, there's one at Disneyland in the.
But that's far.
I know. We're not going to go there for.
What I don't know. They had it was in downtown Disney, but I don't know if it's still open.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Last time we were there, it was.
Because they like are changing the whole downtown thing. I think.
Okay.
Like for I don't know more hotels or something. Yes, holiday turkey.
So, all right. So that means we can move to our next segment, which is mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth resuscitation. So what's giving you life, Joe? Besides pole dancing.
That's one. And then so they're kind of like on two ends of the spectrum because one is like really hot and racy and like cool, and the other one's like not.
Okay.
But pole dancing, yes, and the other one is like an automatic mouthwash dispenser. And so like it's one of those
so
like
jealous of your life.
like I saw this on Instagram and I'm like, you know what? I hate that like I was influenced
You
by
hate
this.
having to dole out your own mouthwash on your own.
But it dispenses the appropriate volume because I always over mouthwash, and it's magnetized and it's automatic. So like you take the little thing off the top and you put it in the little whatever, and then it goes psst, and then it gives you the right amount.
It goes psst.
Yeah. But I will tell you, like, I always shit on like influencers, but like this wasn't an influencer, it was just an ad, and I was like, smart marketing.
Also, there's 2 cups, and Joe's like, you can't have the other one.
I did not say that. I said
Line's drawn.
no. I said okay, but he doesn't mouthwash and he doesn't floss, so there's no point.
Why are you putting his business out there? His oral hygiene business out there for people.
You already know it.
I don't have to get a tooth.
I mean, maybe if you floss.
And he has a bone graft membrane, so you can't really use an alcohol-based mouthwash.
I don't use alcohol-based mouthwash. I use the it's the pink one, whatever the pink Dr. Pink person. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know who that is
It's
either.
Dr. Bismol.
Dr. Bismol.
Yeah, I use Pepto-Bismol as my mouthwash, and I have black poop every day. Well, so those are my 2. What are yours? If you have multiple,
I have 2, and they're both YouTube-based. So I'm obsessed with Chef John's YouTube videos.
Which one's he?
He started out on all recipes. And like he does them, but he's so funny when he's like, you don't ever see him in the videos, but he's like talking about it, and then he'll be like, "Oh,
is he the one that has a really fun voice?
Yes,
It's like, hi, we're gonna do this, and we're having this, and I'm Chef John.
And sometimes it just doesn't work out the way it should.
I love him.
He's so cool,
And you're right. You never see him,
But his recipes are really good.
And his
he's made
voice
like
is really
6 or 7
good.
things of his.
the
That's
potatoes
what
Romanoff and the bacorn that we're having at Thanksgiving
Can't
is
wait.
both of his
And the
recipes.
kolaches.
And the kolaches were his recipe.
alrighty then.
I mean, I did a little bit of like tweaking.
To be fair, one day I fell into a Chef John black hole because I found all of these recipes and I was like, oh, every one of them is amazing. So I have this like long list of things to make of his.
Yeah.
And his voice is just kind of like soothing. It's very calming.
I just like that he's also kind of like funny in a way, like
Yeah.
he does dad jokes and stuff. So the other one that I'm obsessed with right now is it's called Yellow Productions, and it's a guy who does travel videos in a yellow shirt.
Okay.
But like we were watching one today about the ultimate packing video, and he's like, he goes, I start off with the biggest item I'm going to pack, which are my size 14 shoes. And I'm like,
Oh my God.
bro, you don't need to tell everybody you have a big dick. It's fine.
So,
He probably has a micro penis. I'm surprised I haven't come across this because I looked up a bunch of packing videos before Europe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
like packing tips and everything. Interesting.
He's actually, I think he's actually pretty good, and he does give a lot of information. So I like him.
Yellow
Productions. He's a travel guy. In every travel video, he's in a yellow shirt.
Maybe I have seen that. I'll have to look at my history.
I know, but that's what I'm obsessed with. And the travel video kind of works into what we're talking about today.
It does,
because we're talking about like going and if we would ever want to do gay
shit.
Yeah, we're doing gay shit.
Yeah.
We're being gay and doing crimes, is what they say.
I mean, it is a
back
crime
in the day,
in some
it was
places.
a crime. Yeah, exactly.
Still, isn't it still?
In some places it is.
Yeah, it's fine.
So,
They reversed that.
They what?
The federal judge blocked that in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So you can be gay in
oh my
Tennessee
god!
again.
Thank you, because like, okay, so they were
wait, what?
So in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, there was a petition to get rid of homosexuality or same sex out of protected language.
Yeah.
Murfreesboro is the city and county like right next to where my family lives in Tennessee.
No.
We've driven through Murfreesboro.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, so you're telling me I could go visit my family and be arrested for what I do?
But it didn't pass.
No, it didn't pass.
The judge blocked today, yeah.
Oh my god!
Thank God.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram because somebody
Wow.
posted about it because they live in Tennessee. And I was like, oh my God. It was really weird because I saw that and then I got a package at work that was addressed to me from Laverne, Tennessee. And I was like, is this from my family? What did my family send me? What is this going on? And then it was like something for the office party, like the tickets for the movie theater. And I'm just like, oh, they're from Laverne, Texas. Texas, Tennessee. Anyway.
Same thing.
It's the same.
Tennessee
It's
is
the
not
same.
on your
All of it is fueled
your
with
gay
hate.
travel list.
Right.
Tennessee's not on the gay travel list.
Is it really?
It's not.
Actually, but that's probably a good question. Are there certain countries or destinations that you wouldn't feel comfortable going to because of their...
100%.
So, like, I would not go to the Congo.
Yes.
I feel a little weird about Egypt, even. I would not go to Egypt or Morocco.
Yeah, I am with you on that. Like, I don't know what the countries are, but I know there are bad. I don't want to say bad countries, but there are countries out there that have, I would say, older conservative views, and I don't want to risk it.
See, my problem is with Egypt and Morocco, I wouldn't go there anyway because it's hot and dusty. So.
I would love to see the pyramids, but like
it's just not safe.
right.
Well, and that's what people, like, I've known gay couples who have gone, and they always are like, well, you know, that's really for the locals. They make exception. Nobody bats an eye at the
I don't
tourists,
need
but
somebody to make an exception for me.
Yeah, I also don't want to feel like I have to
Right.
register under a different name in the hotel.
Right.
Right, and I also don't want to be like, oh, we go to the hotel and it's like, oh, we have one king bed. And they
Right.
like look at you weird. Like, am I gonna
Yeah.
get shanked? It's like in the middle of the night kind of thing.
I would say like also Russia. Like I'm guaranteeing that there's beauty in that country, but just again, it's just so.
And he can tell you there's definitely beauty there.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I've been. And it is not a very hostile place at all. I mean,
Really?
it's actually very modern and you know, like
Yemen is a dangerous country for LGBT. So the 5 most dangerous countries for LGBTQ American travelers.
Yemen.
It's Yemen, and then it was Somalia,
oh, Afghanistan. makes
Afghanistan,
sense.
of course. I mean, I think that's like
Where's Somalia?
Nigeria and
Africa?
Saudi Arab.
Saudi Arabia. Yeah,
Oh,
Saudi Arabia.
okay. So it's just Saudi Arab. That's why I was like,
He was just reading the cue cards.
I'm just reading what the internet says.
I mean, like, because I don't want to die. Like, I mean, there's probably cool places to visit that are maybe a little like not as accepting, but like I just don't want to test
I
it.
feel like Dubai and like the United
Arab Emirates, UAE.
yeah, might not be for me. You know, I don't think that they probably, you know, cater to people like us.
Even some like European countries too. Like when I was in Italy for work, it wasn't in a big city. It was like a small farm town. Very old, like old minding, like everyone was like, "Oh, like your wife." And I was like, "No, don't call wife, girl." Like,
have you met me?
honey. But like, it's so like out of their reach or like understanding that it doesn't even like register to
Right.
them. So, but yeah, I think travel wise, like I try to think about that too. Like when we were gonna go to Iceland, I was like, is Iceland gay friendly?
Yes.
And they are.
Yes, they're very gay
like,
friendly.
100%.
but like that's one of the things where it's like destination wise. Like when I was in Europe, I was like, okay, Greece is gay friendly, like Paris is gay friendly, Spain, Barcelona is gay friendly.
But the thing is, you can always run into people who are not friendly.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, at least the space, there's no laws against you being who you are
Right.
and risking going to prison for
Oh
it.
yeah,
Did you know that Iceland is very green, but Greenland is very icy?
Yes.
right. Because they wanted to sell, or they wanted people. I forget what it was, but I'm trying to like I'm using my brain right now with history. But I feel like Greenland. They said it was Greenland so that people would go there to like trick them or something.
Okay.
And then Iceland, they were like, "Don't come here because it's nice." Don't take any of that as fact.
Well, and for a while there, the gays were like all about going to Reykjavik for a while.
Well, I
was
think
like,
it just became a very destination. It was affordable, and it was a cool place, and it became a very hipster thing to do.
right, and it's like the gays are always the first to tell you where to go.
Yeah.
Like if you hear about a bunch of gays going somewhere, that means it's going to be a hot spot, like Mykonos.
Oh my god. That's a good. I don't know if I'd want to go to Mykonos.
I don't think I want to go to Mykonos anymore. Like I did for a while there, and I was like, "Oh, that might be kind of fun," but kind of like going to Ibiza.
To where?
To Ibiza.
Ibiza.
But like
Is that near Barcelona?
exactly.
Wait, is it Ibiza in Spain?
Yeah.
Was I?
But Ibiza was like for a while there was like the place to go to for DJs and raves.
It was
and
party.
a
Yeah,
dance
that's
party
like what
place.
Mykonos. Like for me, I wouldn't want to go. I would. The Greek areas that I wanted to go to were Santorini because it's like quiet and like not a party area. Like Mykonos is pretty because you have the beaches, but like I don't want to be in a party area. Like I don't want to party like
That's not your thing.
right.
You don't want to party like it's 1999, but now that it's passed, it's like it's raining. And I will like to all of our listeners out there, you may hear some weird noises in the background. That is Baxter, our intern.
He's going at that bully
He
stick.
is
still
going
learning.
at that
He's still
bone.
So when you go to an average city, like when you went to Mexico City or when you've been to Paris, do you seek out gay spaces?
I wanted to when I was in Paris. I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna stay in the gayborhood," and I stayed in La Marais. I don't know if I said that right. Sorry, Parisians that listen. But I wanted to stay there because it was like, oh, this is like the gayborhood pocket area. In Spain, I didn't know if there was like a gay area, but like I always look for rainbow flags. Like if there's a rainbow flag, I know I'm like, okay, at least it's like they maybe don't know what it is, or like they are gay friendly.
Okay, one of the two, or at least they like rainbow, so
Right.
maybe they're going to be nice.
Right.
And positive.
Yeah. But in Greece, it wasn't. I couldn't find anything gay friendly when I was in Santorini, but I didn't really look for it. So I think that might answer
Oh,
your
see, like
question.
Andy and I, like when we're planning our trip to Australia, and so it's like, okay, Sydney, where's the gay area? Okay, we kind of know where it is right now, and we know where to look. And there's a couple of places that we're going to check out.
Mm-hmm.
Melbourne, where's the gay place? Like, I think like every once in a, like every place we go to, we try to find at least one bar.
Just
that
to
we
get a
can-
sense for the vibe of
Right.
the city, and like Paris for us was kind of odd. Like I thought Paris would be gayer, and it wasn't. But it was very late at night. Like
Yes.
it kind of the gay turned on around 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see like when like I said, I was in like the quote unquote gayborhood, and I didn't see like I can count the gays I saw on like two hands
Right.
in Paris.
Because it was probably before 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I went to bed at
We
10:01.
went to a bar in that neighborhood that was supposed to be a gay bar, and it was like it could have been the Alibi.
It was cute, but like when we were in London, we're like, oh, maybe we should go to GAY, the club, and they were like, well, it doesn't start going until like midnight, 1 o'clock, and I'm like,
Oh.
I would have been in bed for like 3 hours. Sorry, no.
And I think for me, like since I don't drink, I don't really seek out bars. I feel like if me and Nick were to go somewhere, it'd be different because it's like I'll go with him and like accompany him. But like me personally, I don't really have a thing.
Well, no.
AKA make sure I get home safely.
Yeah. And like, have you ever
Roofie
like
him.
seeked out like a gay specific like event? So like Pride in a different city or like World Pride or like...
I was going to ask about, because I had on my list of like, would you ever do World Pride? And my answer is no.
I would love to because I feel like it's one of those things where like everybody comes together and does like it celebrates being gay. Everybody's there for the same thing. And like people come from all over the world. Like when they had it in New York, a lot of our friends had a good time.
Yeah.
Some of them maybe had a little bit too much of a good time because I heard like some people got lost and were like, I also feel like sometimes it may be more drug fueled.
That's
and
why
that's
for
just
me.
not my scene. So I think it depends because it's like I want to do it. I guess you make that experience what you want to make of it. And so it's just like gay cruises.
Like for World Pride, I would do if they had like a festival, I could get on board with that. But like or maybe like a parade. But I just there's probably so many people.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like the anxiety I would feel would be overwhelming with that many people in one space.
Right.
But I would love to do the concert or something because I'm sure they have like amazing people. Like Kylie Minogue did the World Pride last year.
So we can just go on like day 2.
Yeah, exactly. But like I've always kind of been somewhat interested in going to Folsom Street Fair.
I would love to.
But it's just like more as an observer, because I'm like, oh, there's a penis. Oh, there's a penis.
Don't want to get fisted.
What are they doing with that penis?
So I went to Folsom.
Oh,
I've been to Folsom. And I remember I was living in Alameda in Northern California, and I was like talking to this guy, but like we weren't like there wasn't a chemistry, and I was like, let's just be friends and we'll be friends. And so he's like, I'm going to Folsom, and I was like, what is Folsom? Like I was 25, 26, I think, and he's like, oh well, it's like a sex positive sort of festival that's out in Folsom Street in San Francisco. I'm like, okay, fine. And he's like, tickets are $20. I'm like, okay, like I'll get on BART and I'll be fine or whatever. And I had no idea what to expect. And like I walk into the like entrance gate, and the first thing I see, it's like an image burned into my memory for the rest of my life, is somebody, I'll never know what gender they were because they were in like a full latex suit as a puppy, and they had the tail, and there was just so much sweat just like pouring out of them. And I was like, oh, okay, this is happening. But I was an observer. And I think if I were to go back as a more aged adult, I think I would be more appreciative just because I was a little more closed off to like sex positivity back then because I didn't know much.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm afraid of this. It scares me.
I think right now, like before, it started off as a fetish BDSM kind of like fair, more leather, and all that kind of stuff. Now it's become this like Instagram thing. It's a little bit more.
Oh, really?
It's a little bit more mainstream to go to Folsom. People are like, I'm going to go to Folsom and I'm going to wear a harness and it's going to like kill, And I'm like,
Instagram Folsom.
It's like gay Instagram Folsom.
Oh, so I experienced it before it got like mainstreamed. Ooh, look at me.
But it's also
when it was original.
It's still, there are parts of it that are still very underground because people are still having sex in the street.
On the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people are like getting like whipped and like spanked and like you name it, it's there.
And I love how it's been franchised now. There's like Folsom Street Fair, there's Folsom East, which happens in New York, and then there's Folsom Europe. It's like Folsom UK.
Berlin.
Yeah.
There's also in San Francisco, there's Dory Alley, which is on, I think, Dory Alley. Like, there's...
Oh my God, how original! It's Folsom Street.
It's I don't remember if that's the name of it, but, like, I'm pretty sure it's, like, a street. But, like, it's a mini Folsom. I feel like those kinds of things are, as observers, like, I think if you do it once in your life, I think go for it and try it. Like, you guys, I think, would enjoy just like the people watching aspect.
Yeah.
I would love to go.
Yeah.
I know Andy wants to like try to go one time. I'm also like, that's a lot of like for me. I look at it and I'm like, okay, so you have to get a hotel room, fly up there.
It's expensive.
You know it's expensive because
Yeah.
it's like in San Francisco already, and then it's like,
But you got your Marriott. You got to be. How many nights do you need to be Premier Platinum or whatever it is? 50.
Too many nights.
Girl, that's 2 nights contributing to your stay.
That's Paul math.
yeah,
Paul math.
exactly. Instead of girl math or boy math, it's Paul
It
math.
pays for itself.
You're basically earning money. You're earning money to go.
They're like, they'll give us free internet. They give us free internet anyway.
Wait, you get free internet?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I would ask the question about when you travel, because when I travel, I like to go to the gayborhoods or the gay spots, because you're not going to necessarily hook up, or maybe you are, but like you get like the gay perspective. So I was in Indy for work, and I had one night, and I googled like what's the gayborhood, and I made my way up there and enjoyed a night in the gayborhood in a very conservative place.
Yeah.
But you learn from like the locals, which is, hey, outside of the gayborhood, this is fun. This is fun. This is fun. And I just want to know what your experiences are going to places. Do you try to find the gayborhoods? Do you not always find the gayborhoods?
I would say that it's not always a priority. Like it really depends. But when we went to Minnesota, we did want to check out some of the gay bars, and it was fun because we didn't know. Like the first gay bar we went to was like a Sunday night or something, and it just seemed really weird. Like it was a really diverse crowd, but then we realized after the fact that it was like fetish night.
Oh.
So it was intentionally funky.
Oh.
We're like, oh my god,
Minnesota.
so progressive.
Yeah. I think it also has to do with like how long are we there?
Yeah.
What are we there for?
Right.
And like
we really didn't do anything in Tennessee. The couple
well,
times.
there wasn't really a lot.
There are a few, but we've never
we never went
really
out there
gone
because there was so much to other stuff that we had to do, like family wise. And like when we were in Chicago, you were there for work. There wasn't a lot of like time to.
But we still did Boys Town.
I was saying,
Which
it's
is
just so
so
much
much
fun.
Boys Town.
Yeah.
That's on my. I know, like that one is on my to do just to see because I know it's like very like
Boys
people
Town?
talk about
Yeah.
like
It's so
Boys
fun.
Town and I'm like, oh, interesting.
And it's really close to Wrigley Field, so we could go to a baseball game and a Boys Town in like the same day.
Yay!
Me and Paul looked at each other and made the same face where we were just like, oh wow,
baseball game.
I love that so much. Baseball and
You can go to the baseball game and I will not.
Well, I will say this: like Boys Town was cool, and Market Days was fun. Even though we only were there for like one day of it, and it was like the Sunday. It was still so busy, and I know they just had Pride, so it was like, how can you sustain this, people? Like, I don't get it.
Wait,
like,
was it the following weekend?
like-
No, it's like early in
gays
Pride's
no money.
early like June, and Market Days is in August. So
Oh, that's
But
like
I'm
ours
like-
in the street festival. What's the
It's like
street
City
festival?
Fest
City Fest.
after
yeah.
Pride.
It's like City Fest light, because Market Days is huge.
Yes.
Market Days is more like our Pride.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
If actually Market Days is actually better than our
I
Pride
would say
because
that too,
like
yes.
they get names there.
Is it a concert?
Well, they have a festival,
Oh, okay.
so they have a
So,
music
like,
festival.
There are places along the street where there's like a band will be playing.
Oh.
And it was like, it's fun because like we sat outside of Roscoe's, had lunch, saw the Chicago Gay Men's Chorus singing across the street from us in a 7-Eleven parking lot. You know,
That's actually a fun
like,
idea.
it's like, it's fine. And then we're walking around and we saw Betty Who performing and like,
Right.
Yes.
you know, there was like all this other stuff. So it was like, that was a lot of fun. And if you were ever going to go to Chicago, like take some time and go to Boys Town because like we went to tracks and
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun to see people. And I actually saw people that I follow on Instagram there. So it was like, oh my God, I follow you on Instagram. Hi. You know?
Hey firefighter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I followed a firefighter on Instagram and he was there.
Ooh, is he
So,
hot and
but-
sexy?
He was putting out fires.
oh,
He's a
with
big
his
old-
hose.
He's a
those
big old
fires.
bottom though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Would he be good at pole dancing? He does slide down a pole.
No, he does slide down a pole.
It's the getting up the pole. It's the hard part.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
my
I mean, so we've been to like market days. I've been to like gay days at
We've
Disney.
been around Denver. We've done a bunch of things.
We did Vegas Pride. We went out
Yeah.
there because Bob the Drag Queen was performing. I was like, yes, please.
Vegas
Um,
Pride. What do
you know-
Vegas Pride is in the wintertime too? Like
It's
Palm
north,
Springs?
like near the old part of Vegas.
And I think it's like in October.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a little bit cooler out there and stuff like that. And I wouldn't say it's like huge. I didn't feel like it was like...
No, but it was fun.
It was fun. We saw Jay Rodriguez there, but you see Jay Rodriguez at like every Pride, everywhere.
Yeah, Jay Rodriguez, he hit on me.
Did he?
He was the one, the original Queer Eye, remember?
Yeah.
And he was here doing his show at Martini's.
Yeah, I
Remember?
saw that show.
Oh,
And he
like
grinder
hit you up on
messaged
the
me.
Grindr.
And then I was like, oh, I don't want to go out because I'm tired.
I was
And
actually
then-
in his dressing room when he was hitting you up.
Oh, were you there?
Well, we knew Mary Beth Kelly, who's one of the realtors here in town. Hi, Mary Beth. But she knows Jay really well. So when we went to the Martini show, she had us backstage hanging out with him.
Oh, how funny.
Jay
Yeah.
Rodriguez did not even notice we were there.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not in
his loss.
I was
Not
not there
his-
because I had to work. So it was Andy. But
I also was not there because I didn't want to be there. I think he was
I saw
trying to
that show. That was
trying to
fun
promote
show.
his show to get ticket prices, and I was like, I'm not buying a ticket.
He's actually very talented.
Yeah.
You know,
Was it like a
and I
comedy
think-
show or a singing
It was
show?
a singing show, like cabaret.
Okay.
But one of the things that he kind of pointed out was that when he did Queer Eye, he kind of got pigeonholed into
Yeah.
that,
Was he-
presenter
was he
talk show
lifestyle?
kind of thing, and he just couldn't. He couldn't culture like and back then. it was
Yeah.
culture. But he couldn't.
It was
like
Karama.
no one would hire him to do singing stuff anymore, and he had come from
Oh.
like Rent and
Yeah, because I think he was on Broadway.
Yeah.
Huh.
So we are going to Sydney in March of 2024, and it will be a couple of weeks after Sydney Pride is over. Like they do like a Mardi Gras Pride kind of thing, and it's like 2 weeks long.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it starts in February, like the 21st, and goes to like March 3rd.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, oh, we're gonna miss it by like a week. So
I mean, I hope you all go to like some type of Australian gay something just to see the Australian men.
they're all hot and they're just down
it's
under.
called Bondi Beach.
Hell yeah.
well, but like we're also gonna like try to hit up some of the gayborhood stuff there too, like some of the bars and stuff like that. So I'm excited to check that out. Now, have you guys ever been on a gay cruise?
Not.
I've never been on a cruise.
Did you ever been on a cruise? Oh well, any cruise you're on is going to be a gay cruise.
I know.
But like, is that something you want to do?
A cruise, yes. I feel like, because we were kind of talking about this, I think for me, like, a gay-specific cruise, but with the caveat of, like, not to party, but just, like, friends.
So that's one of the things. We had a neighbor that went on one, and he's an older guy, but we were talking to him because I've always said, like, well, if you're not like into circuit party and
Or single.
that kind of thing, why would you go? And he's like, it's what you want to make it. Like if you want to be a whore and have a different person every hour, you can have that. But a lot of people go just for fun and like with a group of friends
And, like,
they-
just making new friends.
yeah, so it's kind of what you want to make of it. And he's not a crazy partier, but he had a good time, and he would go back. So
I would love to do, like an Alaska, like a gay Alaskan cruise, because, like, Alaska's not a party destination. Like, Mexico
You don't
cruises.
know that.
Oh,
Alaska probably gets wild.
yeah, with Sarah Palin.
Maple syrup. Oh wait, that's Canada.
They probably...
Well, they probably got like lumberjacks that go
Is
all
Alaska
crazy.
is Alaska connected to Canada?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
Geography.
they're not far off. So you were not far off.
See, I want to do like a gay ski week.
Do you
Let's
ski?
go. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Do you ski?
no, bitch, but I want to do the
to do the
après.
après ski.
I want the après.
What's
Can we
après?
go? I would love for us all to go to Utah. For
Wait,
gay
what's
ski week.
après?
Park City.
Après means after. So after ski, where I get my hot chocolate, I get to sit by the.
Oh, I'll do
fire.
that with you.
We're in the
Can
hot tub
we
and
can we
chill.
get like the like furry like jackets and like the I don't know what they're called, but like the circle cylinder hats?
Yes.
Like
A beanie.
Nick could be our guide to gay
Yes,
ski
I will.
week up in Utah.
We'll reimagine your photo in front of that big fireplace that you've already taken
yes. I would love that.
before. There's no gay lord in Utah. But there is.
It will be when I get there.
I think there's been a gay lord. In
I'm
Utah
sure there's
for
a couple of gay
long
lords
time.
in Utah.
That would be so
real.
much fun. My mom would take you skiing too.
Now,
She's-
where
We're not
is
going
it
skiing.
in Utah? Where do they do that?
Park City.
Okay, yes, Park City, Utah. And I know they do like a gay ski week in like Mammoth and Whistler,
Oh.
They did a big one up in Canada. Yeah,
Yeah.
That was-
like Whistler Mountain.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
There's
Is that
one
here?
in Montana, and there's one in Utah, and there's one in Colorado.
Okay, we'll find out when it is in there, and
Whenever
I'll
you wanna go.
I do want to learn how to ski because the only thing I know is like French fry goes faster, pizza goes slower.
My mom will teach
Yeah.
you. She goes backwards.
I've done it once.
And she helps you go down the mountain.
Look, I can't even go backwards on roller skates.
She can. That's how she teaches you.
I can't even roller skate.
I love roller skating.
Listen, Sonny Bono died in a skiing accident. I'm not going to follow suit.
Did he die in a
It's
ski
just-
accident?
He hit a tree too fast, and that's how he died.
Oh, I was thinking John Denver, who died in a plane
Yeah.
crash.
That's
on the side of
the.
a-
I've seen fire and I've seen rain or
and
whatever.
Sonny Bono are the same person.
It's like unrelated, but like I remember my mom taking us all on a trip where she had to be in charge of all of like the youth for my church.
The Utes.
The youth. And there was this one lady, 16 years old, couldn't ski, and my mom was like, I got you. And she did the whole backward. I was like, because you know, like you hear these stories about your parents. I'm like, yeah, mom, whatever, like you can ski. And then like watching my mom be like the lifeguard on
Yeah.
the slopes, I'm like, okay, mom, like good for you. And then she had to ice her knees, but she was fine. She made it.
See, I don't want to like break a leg or anything. I really would just want to get like a ski suit and like some big chunky
You want the
sweaters.
photos.
I want to
want
look like the
photos.
fucking Michelin Man.
Are you watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Because that's all. The whole show's about that. Like
I want to be like Burt Reynolds on a bearskin rug, like just a big roaring fire behind me. But like, I think that's kind of fun because I was like, I don't see that as a like a huge party thing. I feel like that's a go skiing during the day and then maybe you'll grab some drinks afterwards at a
100%.
bar or something like that. Get
So
some
fun.
dinner and then it's like, oh,
Go to bed.
yeah.
fire and games. You get a little fireplace and then some games.
See, and I think that's kind of fun to me.
Yeah.
I'd
Or
be
like
down for that.
gay week in like Napa. Like I want to do like Napa Pride, you know, like where
Do they
it's
have
just
Pride?
like wine
The
tastings.
Russian River, what is
Yeah.
it, like bear soak or something. They do that big.
Oh, see, like that's another one. Like I kind of want to go to Puerto Vallarta and do Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, don't you know now?
Don't you know the Puerto Vallarta? But I want to go to Puerto Vallarta and do beef dip,
Oh,
which is like their bear week.
I would, and I'm not a bear, but I'd love to go to like a bear event, just because I feel like bears are really friendly.
You know, I've heard opposite.
Oh no,
Yeah.
they're not friendly.
They're not very
Do
friendly.
they bite?
Oh,
No, it just depends.
I think it depends on like the grouping and stuff.
Right.
But like, you know,
So I wouldn't be welcome.
I mean, you might be. People
Could
would
I could put on fake hair.
But you're an otter.
I'm not.
You're more like a dolphin
Yeah,
because you have like no hair.
Bro, there's-
Wait, what was that Instagram thing? They're like the spirit of a dolphin.
What the guy, the comedian? He's like not muscular enough to be an otter, but not chubby enough to be a cub,
wolf.
a wolf. Yeah, not muscular enough to be a wolf, but not hairy enough to be an otter.
And he's like, I didn't understand what the code was back then, so I told the hairdresser that told me that, well, I think you're crafty like a meerkat. And like he was just making up shit.
Just picking out animals. It's hilarious. So have you were in, like when you went to Spain, we talked to you about going to Sitges, which is like
off Barcelona.
no, if I would have done one thing, it would have been to go to the beach. But like, I was there, like I started there, it was like a day and a half, 2 days, and then I like did all the tourism stuff. And then when I got back, I think I was about probably 20-minute drive from the beach. And then by the time I was done with my trip, I was like, I don't want to do anything. But I would love to go because it looked really cool.
yeah,
Like the gay beach and
and I think it's like clothing optional.
yeah. And Bradley from the course, he said the same thing. He's like, oh, you got to go to this beach. And I was like, not a beach person, but I would, yeah. I feel like if if I were to do Barcelona over again, it would be to just like see the beach because they're supposed to be like world-renowned beaches. And I saw them when I was landing, but in the airport.
Did you see somebody's penis just hanging out? Like,
No.
Oh, okay.
From 10,000 feet.
For 10,000 feet. Well,
I didn't have my opera or my opera
Amazing penis
glasses.
from 10,000 feet.
What?
Seeing a penis from 10,000 feet would be amazing.
That's a big dick.
yeah.
It's like Florida.
So I want to know for you guys, would you ever go to like a furry convention?
No.
No, because it's not something I'm into.
I'm not into that either.
Just to see it, like a gay furry convention.
No.
No, but like I have been, like we've been at events where they did puppy play, and that was interesting to like just see it and see people. You know, we had our guest Chris that was doing that.
Yeah.
But like I don't think I'd want to participate in something like that. But I don't mind. Like it would be fun to talk to people who are into it and get a sense. We watched a thing about My Little Pony people.
Bronies.
No.
The bronies.
The bronies.
Yeah.
It's a great documentary about bronies. But
You should watch
adult
that.
men that are into My Little Pony.
Yeah.
What do they dress up like My Little Ponies?
No, but they wear like a lot of shirts that have it, and they're their favorite ones, and they're not gay.
Oh,
Yeah, these
Necessarily.
are straight people that love My Little Pony.
Yeah, because they love
They're called bronies?
They're called bronies,
like a bro My
Yeah.
Little Pony.
and it's just this offshoot of My Little Pony that they just did not see happen. But it's because they love the message and they love the movies and everything,
Okay,
so-
I can get on board with that. So it's not all like sexual,
I mean,
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
but maybe it is.
Maybe it is. You never know.
You put on your hooves and you do it.
But again, like you go to these things and you make what you want of it.
Right.
You know, you want to do a drug-fueled weekend. Go
Live your life,
ahead.
girl. Be safe.
Yeah, be safe. You want to have sex with every person that's there? Okay.
Be safe.
Be safe. You just want to like hang out and go to a bar?
Be
Be
safe.
safe. That's what we're saying. Go wherever you want. You want to go to Folsom? Go to Folsom. You want to
And
go to
be safe.
Be safe. You know.
But don't be afraid of those events.
Right.
Yeah, don't be afraid of them. Like, don't listen to us because, like, I'm old and grumpy and don't like crowds. So a lot of these events are not made for me.
I think.
You'll
Well, we
go
can
in.
go.
I will go.
We just have to go on day 2 of World Pride.
Well, and like, I would love, that's the other thing about Gay Ski Week, I think, because it's like, either you could get on the slopes and you don't really deal with people because you're just like
Right.
skiing. Or you go shopping, but everybody's on the slope, so there's nobody in the shop. So I'm like, I'm down with that.
let's do it. That sounds so fun to me.
I'm serious, Nick. It's like I haven't been like
We'll
I've
do
lived
it.
in California for like 12 years. I haven't gone to the mountains to go skiing. I have
Yes.
never gone skiing. I don't know if I like skiing or snowboarding.
We'll figure it out.
I want to go on like the little kitty bunny hills.
Bunny slopes, yeah.
I'm not going on no black diamonds.
and we could go tubing too. Tubing is fun.
I could do tubing. I've been
Oh, yeah.
tubing. I
Tubing
like
is
that.
safe and
I
easy.
especially like going up the hill on the tubing. 'cause-
Tubing is going to jack up your back more
No,
than skiing.
there's air
Look,
inflated.
I just want to be able to say that I got a cocktail and then I got pulled up the slope in my tube. That's my favorite part. I don't even like going down. I just want to go up in the tube and pull me up. like there
At a
goes
reasonable
Paul.
pace.
Yeah.
No, the tubing is great. I love tubing.
Like, I just want to get back down the hill so I can go back up.
I love tubing. You go quick. You go quick.
All right. So does anybody have an I Spy?
I don't. Do you?
I don't.
Did you ever notice how when one of the lights on the string breaks, they all break?
Too soon, Andy.
I feel like that's on like the older lights, like newer light systems. They
Well,
don't do
and
that.
okay, that's the lie that they've perpetuated because they're individually wired. No, it's not.
Okay, so I have a question for you guys. So, like, and it has nothing to do with, like, the cruises or whatever, or I Spy. But, like, what do you prefer, a real tree or a fake tree?
Real tree any day, every day.
I prefer a real tree, but it's a lot of work.
So I used to love a real tree, but San Diego's really dry, and we
Yeah.
like to have our tree up a long time. So
Yeah.
I like the compromise that we have, which is a fake tree, but then a real wreath. So we get the smell,
Yeah.
but none of the mess.
Yeah. See, I've never had a real tree, so I don't know if I would like it, but it looks like it's a lot of work. And it's
absolutely. We had a real tree when we lived in...
Did we?
Yeah.
Did we?
It's okay. Nick knows how to make a turkey, and you've never had a real tree.
The hard part is the lights with a real tree, because by the time it's like done and dry, you don't want to pull the lights off. You just want to throw the whole tree away.
Right, because all the needles will come off anyway.
Yeah,
and it's for me, it's a fire hazard, and I think like when we were growing up, we would have a real tree, and then we switched to a fake tree. I think when I was like 12.
Did we water it?
Yeah.
But that's what I was going to say. Since I was the smallest one, I would have to go fucking crawl out of the tree and water it. It was the worst.
We're curious to see what it's going to be like with the Baxter and how.
Oh, don't put anything on the low.
Yeah.
The low.
Well,
ones.
that means that
your tree's
Andy can't put out his drum corps Santas.
Well, they'll be just very high.
Can we just put them on like the banister here?
Yeah,
So
we'll find a place.
We'll find a place for them. They can go on our tree for this year.
Our tree is the size of this microphone. It's very small. I was thinking about that today too. I was like, maybe I should get a new Christmas tree because I have like, it's just like a small pencil tree really, and I think it's maybe 6 feet. But like now we have like actual like space to put a tree up. I'm like, we can get an 8-foot tree. What's that?
A girthier tree.
Right. So we might need it. When we get back, Nick, tell me what your opinion is, and we might have to go to Target.
Actually, though, that's interesting. When you were growing up, did your family get like a really tall, skinny tree, or did you have a short, squat tree?
So we would get because we had vaulted ceilings in the like living room, and we would get, I think, maybe an 8-foot tree.
Wow. That's big.
Is your dad's Star Trek tree like real or fake?
It's fake, and it is grown. It used to be a 4-foot tree. Now it's a 6-foot tree. Like it's getting the competition for the real size tree.
Oh my god! And then when you go up for Thanksgiving, are you giving him his present early?
Yeah, you have to. The gift.
Should I?
Yeah,
that's a good reminder. Yeah, I'll do that.
So that he can put it on the tree.
Does he have it?
Yeah.
You still have it.
Yeah, we gave it to him.
I need to do that right now. Put a reminder.
Hey Siri.
Right.
Make sure. Hey Siri.
No, but like the other funny thing about trees is that my mom's tree, the one that she puts up, it's like huge, and of course she got it from QVC because she's got a problem with QVC. But they don't assemble all of it. Like they do, like it's like a 3/4 tree because they push it into a corner. So they don't put the like back third on. So it's like a half of a tree pushed up into the corner.
Makes so much sense. So smart.
Yeah. Whatever.
I don't know how that even works. Because I'm like, all I know is like when the 3 sections.
No. I mean, in other words, like the part that's facing the wall, they don't put ornaments and stuff.
No. So it has individual like fronds or whatever. I don't even know what you call it, and it latches into the middle.
Oh, you have to latch each.
It's not like the one where they just like fan out. You have to put the hooks.
So it's an individual thing. So they don't put. She's like, we don't put pink on. I'm like, what?
That's a lot,
right?
That's a lot of work.
It's actually impressive, and
I think too, like great. It was. Of course, this is my mom. I think it's like a 12-foot tree. Obviously, it doesn't fit, but she got it because it was on sale for QVC, and they just don't put on like the bottom third, and they don't put on like the back. So
you're
it's
gonna
like
inherit that tree when they die.
I will tell you, it is a very good quality tree.
There's 1/3 of all of the branches that look pristine.
100%.
I would rotate those through. I would rotate them every year.
Yeah, they rotate them. It's like tires every year. So. All right, well, everyone, have a great week.
Special thanks to Andrew Smith and Nick Stone for producing the show. If you like us, please follow us at tugayspod on Instagram and visit us online at tugayspod.com. You can find us anywhere you can stream podcasts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know topics you'd like to hear. And always remember, stay safe, stay classy, stay sassy, and always stay a little bit trashy. See you next week.